up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready? 8. Back and go full strength.
They fake the give. Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Going to give this time to the tailback. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Let him know, let him know.
3rd and long, it's Newton. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on. Go out. Go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Off play action. Newton. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 27-yard line.
20.
From the 27, Newton. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, come on, switch it. Check, check, flat down, look, squeeze. Take go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Ready? Katie? 40, come on, baby, come on, let's go. 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a 3-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Gun.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Set. Ready. You run. Shit.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on second down. Newton. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check 50, check 50. Tight on, tight on, tight on. Ready, ready.
From the 36, Minshew. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Now Callaway on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it first and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Newton now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Newton. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Newton. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were. to start the half.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey! Watch the twist. That's right now.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Newton now to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. Newton. Ebron caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Watch the screen. Look at me. Ready?
Off play action, it's Minshew. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 81 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I got you.
From the 44, Newton. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Heavy. Let's go.
On third down, Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the two-point try. Now Newton. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Bravo.
Again, it's Fournette. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the shot. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. You go tight.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's got his tight end, Oliver. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Not today. Hey, watch it.
Fournette, a first down carry. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
50, play.
It's second
Here we go,
and
D.
8 at the
It's just
40.
me and you. It's just me and you. Clear. On the ball. Slay.
On second down, here's Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit. Isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Push him back. Gun.
From the 50, Newton. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Watch the eye.
Now Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Rock it. 5. Keep gripping.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. play action. They'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Newton on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet.
And he loses the football a second time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. This is Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fournette. Matt Judon there to bring him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the run, it's Fournette. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a third down and 8. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Hey, rock it. Go out.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Jacksonville,
Kill it and did it again. I put in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place.